Okay, we're gonna swatch this Alyssa Edwards palette. And if you check out my arm, it does have, right here is a traditional primer. That is the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. Right here we have an Urban Decay Lid Primer, and I think the color is Sin. This one is just a Nars Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. That's this guy right here. We have a eyeshadow primer from Smashbox, which is the clear here in the middle. And then we have a milk crayon from NYX right here. So the reason why I'm doing all of these different primers is because it really does make a difference on what your primer looks like, on the way that you want your product to show up. So not all primers are one primer fits all. So let's start with headliner. Let's make sure, and we'll go down this way. Headliner, so this is bare skin here. And we'll drag it, well, I'll press it in across instead of drag it, because I think if we drag it, we might lose some of the integrity of that product underneath. So that's bare skin, and it goes down the line. All right, let's try. Let's try the Supreme. Okay. It'll always wipe that finger off. Inspire. So you can see that product texture and vibrancy can change as you go across different primers. Okay. HOE. That's the next one. So you see, especially with this matte color, that totally changes with the primer versus on regular skin. Even in so you can see the creamier, the more emollient that primer is, the more distinct the change is going to be. All right, let's do Unicorn Tribe. Okay, so that's coming out way more pink than it looked in here. And you can see with the concealer, it's not quite as smooth as with the actual primers. So another reason why primers can sometimes work better than concealers for eyeshadow. DDG, I'm really excited about this one because of, first of all, the purple is just so pretty, and the sheen, that intense. This one is definitely going to be a shadow that you're going to want to use with your fingers. That intensity is just going to get softened when you use a brush. So big difference there. All right, Brick Road. I feel like we're gonna run out of space here. So, wow, I was gonna just put my foot in my mouth. Usually yellows don't really pop on skin without a base, but I just ate my words before I even said them. But running into the same issue here with the smoothness on the cream stick and the concealer. BBDC, this is like a dark purpley plum, which are really some go-to See what I mean here? The way that it sits and drags on those really creamy colors, that's going to make it a lot harder for you to blend. That's got some good color to it. All right, Texas Mode. All right. Oh, Texas Made, excuse me. Texas Made. That is some pink. Same thing. You can see the gathering of the color on those other primers. All right, let me go back. I'm going to have to add more. Some more length here. Oh, way too much of that primer. That's that clear 24-hour primer from Smashbox. This one is the Urban Decay with the shimmer. And you definitely can tell that there's a shimmer. It pops those underneath for sure. All right, and we'll end with the Photo Finish primer right there. Okay, we'll give them just a second to set up. We got 4 more to go. The 2 I've really been interested in, Dream It and Believe. So we'll do Dream It first. Again, getting that drag on the concealers. Really popping on that clear 24-hour primer. Yeah, definitely getting the drag on the concealer and definitely a totally different change. The tone is so different with those creamy products. I feel like you can definitely see it right here. Ooh, I'm getting all that eyeshadow under my nail. All right, Believe. This one really isn't doing much on the skin itself. Really grabbing onto those creamy colors, but not very evenly. Oh, this one's going to be a pain, I can tell. All right. Okay, well, Believe right now is really... I was expecting the Brick Road and the Texas Made to be the most challenging, these two. But that Brick Road is really performing, and I am shocked. All right, Back Rolls, which I had to be introduced to why that's so funny, which is hilarious when you look up Alyssa Edwards and then you look up Back Rolls. All right. See, these are also pulling really dark on the concealer. And almost like muddy. Last but not least is Beast, which is a black, so okay, well it's sheerish black because that black is really not doing much. Okay, this is maybe the weakest black I've seen in a palette. But you can definitely see the change in texture across the arm with the different primers, and that really matters. So here is just straight skin, concealer, white base pencil, a clear primer, a shimmer primer, and then a neutral lid tone primer. So I'm excited to dig into it and see what happens. This Unicorn Tribe, yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. And like this one skipping. So I think that we're definitely gonna have some challenges to get some bold tones, but so far we're good. All right, gonna be working with this Alyssa Edwards palette today. We just showed you all of the swipes, all the swatches, different primers, and so after all of that, I did decide to go with the 24-hour shadow primer from Smashbox, smudge that one all the way across my eyelids to get started, but I am going to use the Color Science palette here to do some brows. And I like to do my brows in the beginning of my makeup application because I think that that helps me kind of feel the vision. So I'm using a firmer brush. And I start more in the center and blend that out. Okay, so after I do that, I get into, this one is one of my little favorites, and I don't know the name of it, and I will find it. This is just a little Wet n Wild single, which is just a neutral tone for my skin tone, and when I'm building out color, especially when the light one in this one is white, it's a little too stark, so I do want to use something not quite as white, just as a highlight, because that's a little white for me. So this will just help me blend into my natural crease. It will help give me a lot of weight for structure. So I was looking at this palette and I kind of got a little nervous, wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with it. So I was thinking of doing just a really just focusing on the purples and blues, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to touch anything else. So I'm going to start with Unicorn Tribe. And you know what? A girlfriend of mine let me borrow these awesome brushes that she just got. And I'm probably going to say the name wrong, so I'm just going to show you these brushes. This one's the number 13. I'm going to say the name wrong. I'm going to say the name wrong, so I'm just not going to say the name. If I don't say the name, it's not going to be wrong. So she's like, why don't you go check those out and we will see how you like them. And then the last one here. There we go. All right, so the reason why I wanted to start here, so sorry, blush has been very active today, and it's just likes all the noises. Okay, I'm gonna start with Unicorn Tribe, and I'm gonna use this number 1 brush. And I'm just going to start up. Ooh, I like that already. I like how it's kind of pinched. Can you see that? It's kind of pinched, like it's flat, little fluffy. So the Unicorn Tribe is coming out a little bit more pink. But I have like insane control. Like insane control with this brush. So I'm slightly above my natural crease, just slightly. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to take a fluffier brush. It's a little bigger than that. So this one's definitely bigger. And I'm going to take just a little bit of that Unicorn Tribe and a little bit of the HOE. And that's just going to help build up some depth in there. So you can tell a huge difference, although it looks very subtle. You can see the depth that it creates by adding that extra color. All right, then I'm gonna get, oh, I love this brush. This is the 10S from Inglot. It's a tiny little crease brush. And I'm gonna go into Dream It. Now I do blot off some of the color. Now the reason why I'm doing this on top of the other ones is because I do want that blended effect. I want that color to mix in. I want it to be a little purpley. I'm actually going to go back to this brush, the 01. To blend it. come in on this side. Switching back to that brush. A little bit more Dream It. All right, back into Unicorn Tribe. Softening that all the way out. Okay, so I want to add just another element to that look, and I'm going to go into the Texas Made, which is the pink one. All right, so definitely blending that out, getting that little halo effect that I like. And that's the combination of Unicorn Tribe, Dream It, and Believe. So those are gonna be kind of the background to the look. All right. So I think because of the way that this palette is, I'm gonna go into Believe. Sorry, Dream It was. Now I'm going to go into Believe. And I'm going to use this number 12. This one. And I'm going to do that purple. I'm kind of hesitant of the purple, I'm going to be honest, because tend not to give the payoff when we lay them down as much as others. But we're doing okay so far. All right, well, it is paying off. I'm going to take this a little bit over because of how I want to really finish this. Look. I'm going to want that purple to come in just a little bit. All right, I am going to use that same brush again. This 01, because I am digging it. And we're going to just soften those edges. We don't want to move a lot of color, we just want to soften the edges. Now, normally I would be really, really inclined to add some black to this, but I really like the way that it pops. If you add the black to it, that's gonna dull some of the intensity. And that is really showing up really well. Yeah, I think a different me would have definitely added some black in there, but kind of liking it without. And I hope that this shows you why I like to do my brows first, because I think they really give me like a guideline. And now I'm going to use just a little bit of the Brick Road, which is the yellow color. And I kind of want to sunset it out here just a little. Okay. All right, so then we're going to finish the lid. Okay, so I don't really do this ever, but I'm going to try it. I know everybody and their mother does it on YouTube, but that doesn't mean I have to. But I am going to just add a little bit of that base because I'm going to use the shimmer. And I really want it to stand out. And shimmers work better when they have a wet underneath. So something to stick to. All right, DDCG, the color I was really looking forward to using. I've got all this eyeshadow under my nails from playing. All right. All right, I love that color. That is intense. All right, I'm just gonna soften in here with a little bit of Unicorn Tribe. So we don't have like a sharp, sharp line. I like it. It's definitely a more intense look than I usually do because I tend to be the queen of neutrals, but I love playing. So I think I do neutrals more so on me. Just because it's easy. That's the truth. All right, same process. And you can see that white underneath really gives it something to grab onto. And then again, going back in, as you can see, this side has blended in and this side hasn't. with the edges right there. And that's back into that unicorn tribe. Okay, so now how do we finish this look? Good question. A few ways. So I am just going to clean up just a little bit there. All right, I have this mega liner from Wet n Wild from like, I don't know, it's been around a while, and I just think it's going to give the best finish. Yeah, I don't like this right here. It's not sticking. Maybe I didn't go over far enough with that white. Yep, I like it. Okay, so let's finish the look too. We're gonna do some liner, and I'm gonna do this Nars Larger Than Life pencil in Abbey Road, which is like a turquoisey color. And I just think it'll go with the whole look. And I'm gonna do the inside of my eye. On the waterline. Just for a little bit of color. And then underneath the eye, I'm going to use the little brush that came in the kit. This is the shorter, stubbier brush. And I'm going to go into that Dream It. That's that blue. Go right over that liner. I don't know, maybe what we could do is on this side, just do a little bit of concealer first before I finish it. Usually I do my eyes after, which a lot of people do theirs before. So maybe I'll just use some concealer to finish it. Let's try that. A little of that purple and Believe. And then I'll just take a little bit of that Inspire, which is that little shimmery, and just soften the edges here with that. I like that it's not like super stark compared to some other lighter or whiter little highlights, but it does add a little bit of fun. Okay, let's finish it off with mascara, and what better color of mascara is gonna look good on this? Blue. And of course, my absolute favorite brand, and we're gonna use a little primer too. And you know what? The more I look at this, the more I feel like I want a stronger inner eyeliner. I do. So I am going to get that with a black gel liner, and this one is from Tarte. I love this one. Yeah, I feel like it needed a little bit more sharpness. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely needed the sharpness. All right, we'll just do a quick finish of the look and you'll see it all done in just a second. All right, last but not least, I did get a new gloss. Okay, first of all, it's called I Love Brunch, and the color is Brunch Queen. So, and it's lavender, so I think it was made for me. So I added it to this really bold pink lip liner. And I had no idea how, that was the first time I used it. I had no idea if it was like sheer, if it was opaque, so I am going to have to go in with the pencil just a little bit so it's not as liney. And when you do that, whoops. When you do that, you might have to wipe off your pencil a few times. Because it does gain, it does pick up some of that color, it does pick up some of the texture, so it makes it harder to wipe it down. But overall, really love this look. Super fun, a lot of color. You could easily switch it out for a more neutral lip, but you know what? Why don't we just try that? Why don't we just try it while we're here and try to switch it to make it more of a neutral lip, because that might be your thing. Because sometimes for people, a lot of lip color with a lot of eye color is too much, so we'll just change the lip pencil color. We'll do Undress Lip Gloss from Anastasia. Really nude. This one is a lip gloss. I wasn't sure if it was a liquid lipstick because like everything today is a liquid lipstick. So there you have it. With two different looks, you could do either the bolder like pop of lip color, or you can use the more neutral. So either way, you get this really fun pop of color going on. We did use the Alyssa Edwards. We've got these amazing brushes that I'm going to do a totally different video that's all just a review of them, because these brushes are like pretty phenomenal. So, all right, thanks for tuning in. If you're liking what you're seeing, please go ahead and like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'm Blushing. I'm Renee, and I can't wait to see you again for a whole nother look. Thanks, guys.